welcome back to Black, Gray, and White. I'm Bailey.
I'm Sandy.
And this week we are all about breathing. Yes, it
The
is.
breath.
Yes, it is that thing you do every day. Let's put some intention behind it. All right, so I'm sure we've all heard of deep breathing. That's not something new to anybody, but the deep breathing really helps center yourself, relieve stress, and balancing yourself. So I read this book. It's a little bit of yoga. It's the A Little Bit series that just runs you through all the different things. And we're going to do a yoga video later in the week. So make sure you watch out for that. Later in the month, excuse me. So make sure you watch out for that. But in this book, it also runs through the different types of breath, which I really like. And in this book, it says that if you're having a bad day, you are 8 seconds away from being 50% better. And it's a 4-second inhale and a 4-second exhale. And so I think that is the whole reason why we're doing this video, is because when you're having a bad day and when you're really stressed, you're literally 30 seconds away from being able to have a mood adjustment.
You're able to change it.
And we always need a mood adjustment. So one of the most common ways of breathing is in 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, out through your mouth for 5 seconds. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you want to do that. I think it's the minimum is 7 times to reset your brain chemistry. Okay. So you'll want to do that 7 times. If you're having a bad day, frustrated, if something's not working, that'll really reset the mood. And that's something that I do when I get frustrated or at work, because you can deep breathe with your eyes open while still accomplishing tasks, and it still helps.
Reading. So one of the things about breathing that I find fascinating is that we get in that fight or flight mode, and we hold our breath. You don't even realize you do it. Mm-hmm. And so we actually don't breathe as much as we should during the day, and that's where the frustration, the tension starts to build up in the body. Mm-hmm. And so if you can concentrate on breathing and doing some of these exercises, the thing is to do it before you get frustrated, right?
Which is very hard. I will tell you, there's a fine line, but if you've crossed the line, do not fear. You can still,
That's
there's
right.
always a way to come back. So the other breathing is one that my mom does with Ayurveda, which is nasal breathing. So would you walk them through how to do the nasal breathing?
And the nasal breathing is the same. Put your feet on the
flat on the ground.
And that's also grounding and centering yourself. But you'll hold your hand
in a Y, aloha. What is this?
Right.
What is this?
I don't know what it's called.
Shaka. Terry. Shout out to Terry saving lives.
That's right. And so you pull it, you put your thumb on one side, breathe in the other nostril.
2, 3, 4.
Breathe out and put the other one.
1, 2, 3, 4. And it's the same number in and out.
And it's actually just a breath.
You held that one on that one side too. And then you switch. And then when you switch, you breathe out and then back in through that other nostril. Is that what you're doing? Yeah, okay. And then is there a set time that you need to do this, or is it kind of the same?
It's not kind of the same where you're breathing it out. I actually do it with an intention. So depending where you're at, I will tell you, I went through, I know this might be a surprise, but a little emotional unbalancing.
Emotional healing
when
is the best healing.
Had some hysterectomy stuff happening, and this breath saved my day. When you're trying to balance back to your emotions, I would go into the bathroom and instead of crying, I did the breath, and my emotion was, I am safe, I am strong, I got this. It was different things like that, but I would just breathe in, I am safe, I am strong, I'm safe, I'm strong.
I'm even calmer just watching you do that.
It's just
you can feel the energy piecing out in here doing all these breaths.
But you do it, I would say the nasal breathing, if you have never done it, to definitely do it in a relaxed position to try it, because it
can make you lightheaded.
Yeah, it will kind of send you off. It is made for all body types, but again, check with your physician. If
Yeah,
you
we
feel
are not
this
doctors.
Is not
Do not
your
take
deal.
this.
There are some breaths that you will want to check, like you shouldn't do if you have high blood pressure and different things. Some of the Ayurveda breaths, but this one is supposedly.
Oh, and then speaking of which, this next one, which I'm getting into, great transition, Mom. So if you have high blood pressure, pregnant, plan on becoming pregnant, lion's breath is not for you.
That's it.
So there it is. So it's lion's breath. So this brings us into the next one. Okay. So lion's breath, the pros of this, it warms up all the muscles in your face, opens your throat chakra, and releases any pent up energy. So I do this one when my day has just not gone my way at all, and I'll get home and I'm, in tears, right? We've all been there when your day is just over. So you can do it two ways. The prime way is to be kneeling down on your knees with your feet propped underneath you, right? And your hands on your knees. You can do it in the chair. Just make sure your feet are flat on the ground, hands on the knees, smother, hands on your knees. I can see them, you can't. Head straight, crown up. So you're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, and then to exhale, you're going to go ha as loud as you can, and you're going to point your eyes towards your third eye. So it's like, so you're going to go cross-eyed. Are you ready?
Ready.
2, 3, ha! Oh. Same one out. That's all right. We'll try it again. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, ha! Yeah, so that's one of my favorites, is you really relax those facial muscles, and you look silly. And it's also in the book, she says it reminds you to not take yourself too seriously, which when you're
my eyes pop down, does that mean I need to do it more? Like my eyes didn't want to stay up. Anybody else have that problem?
I think that just means that you're failing. So. No, it's something that you work on. It's the same thing. Mine popped down too. It's the same thing with meditation, where when you first start meditating, your brain wanders, and then once
stay
you
with
get
the Nasal breathing.
Like, this is Magma versus oak tree conversation. Watch our grounding video if you haven't seen that. So no, that's about all I have on breathing. There are hundreds of ways to breathe. These are the ones that I enjoy, that I find calm with.
Yeah, and the different mantras are modalities, as there's breath work, which we'll be doing a video on that, because that's a whole nother, and that's breathing in, breathing out, and it's getting your changing the energy fields around you. And then there's the Buddha one with the 108 breaths, and we'll be doing a video on that one too. So breathing, I would say the takeaway is very important.
It is, yes.
But
surprisingly
to remember
enough,
to breathe.
It's breathing, very important. So we did our grounding video, and actually when I ground is the same time that I do my breaths. So I sit, and I multitask, and I do my intention at the same time.
See?
Yeah, I get 3 things done at once. So I sit for 5 minutes. I have a insight timer on my phone. I set a timer for 5 minutes. I do my deep breaths, my intention for the day, and I ground at the same time, so that it's first thing in the morning, so I feel really balanced and calm to start my day. And then as the day happens, I may breathe more as it goes.
And when you hit the ground running, it's really hard to take that time to stop and do the breath. And like I said, I would go into the bathroom because I worked in QB world, and it probably wasn't cool to be standing there.
They probably would think that it was something else versus breathing.
I know. I'm sniffing other things. But yeah, I would say just, try to remember it. And until you get to any one of these levels, just try to remember to breathe in and breathe out. Make sure you take the exhale out. Because I think that's where when you're
all the stress and negativity.
Is. Yep. Get rid of those low vibes. They don't serve you.
Well, thank you so much for watching, guys.
Scroll to the bottom. Leave us a comment on your favorite breathing technique.
Yeah. All right. Sending love and light. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.